Yes.
Okay.
And that is the most controversial weapon in the country right now.
It's controversial because I've seen the damage it does. I've seen x-rays of bones shattered, like fiberglass still with these.
Are we shooting these actual guns?
Yep, hit that. There you go.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
now
I scrolled through your comment section on a few of your videos, and can I just insult your fans real quick? I just hate your fans.
This shouldn't be here.
But it is!
But it is!
Because so it's my right!
I mean, for now.
For now. Come and take it! I am so well armed!
Can I complain about white people for a second? I hate white people.
It's a way that a lot of men have built their masculinity.
So, I guess let me ask, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Dan.
My name is Tessa. I hate everything about how I just did that.
And you like theater?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of going into musical theater, which is...
And you don't like guns?
I'm not a big fan, no.
All right.
My name is Bo. I'm a friend of John's, and I hate guns.
And you're bisexual.
Sure.
So you're attracted to men.
Not you.
But men.
Yeah.
And you're also a Boy Scout. Are you an Eagle Scout?
I was an Eagle Scout back when we were the Boy Scouts of America, before we became Scouting BSA.
So you've shot guns before?
I have.
Have you shot guns before?
I have shot shotguns before, 20 gauges and 12 gauges alike.
Have you shot any handguns or rifles or?
I can't say that I ever shot a handgun, but I have shot rifles.
I was in Boy Scouts. I'm a dweeb, and there were a few shooting sports campouts, and then we shot like 12 gauge shotguns. It was mostly shotguns. I've actually never shot a handgun before.
So you never shot have you shot any like you would call them assault rifles?
Yeah. So I went to military school, and then that's part of the stuff that you do there is you're shooting all them assault rifle 15s.
Does a BB gun count?
It does not.
Then I guess not.
So do you own any guns?
I personally do not own any guns because I have not had a reason yet to own one.
Okay. So what's your opinion on gun culture in America?
Gun culture specifically, I kind of hate.
I think that it is very different than gun culture in any other country, and not in a good way. I think that it's a way that a lot of men have built their masculinity to themselves. What?
I feel like that was an attack on me personally.
It might have been.
All right.
Because I view them the same way that it's like anyone just has one thing for their personality. It's just like people, like teenage girls who just like are all about horoscopes and like only obsess over that. It's like, get a personality, you know what I mean? And it's the same way with boomers, except that they're obsessed with guns instead of, standing someone on Twitter or, other
That one I'm going to have trouble answering because everywhere is different.
What's your interpretation of this text? I'm sure you're familiar with it. I'm sure you despise it. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Bo.
I do. Shut the up. I saw that one video you did about the recent one about disproving all libtard guns. And it was pretty good. I mean, I don't really care about the constitutional argument. As far as I'm concerned, owning a gun is a right in America. And I whether or not that should change, like whether we should edit the Second Amendment, that's a different story entirely.
Basically, I interpret that as you can't take away our right to protect ourselves because the first militias in this country formed to kick out the tyrannical power.
Okay, so, for the people that don't know what words are, that just means everybody has a right to bear arms, which, is the Constitution. And I think that should be upheld because founding fathers were kind of smart, so maybe we should listen to what they had to say. But I still think that it should be regulated a bit more than it is right now to keep people safe because whatever we've been doing has not been working.
So what's your opinion on gun ownership in America as far as the proportion of individuals that are actively owning guns, or the, gun-to-person ratio in this country being greater than 1 because we have more guns than people?
Well, that proportion is kind of skewed in a way. You look at a place like Montana, and that's how many guns per household? Like 20? Am I overestimating, or is that correct?
That's probably correct, yeah.
Okay, and in New York, it takes how long to get a gun?
Months.
So therefore, a lot of people aren't legally looking into getting a gun because of just how long it takes.
There are a lot more guns in America than there are people, and that personally doesn't seem right, especially since most people don't own guns, that some people just have hordes of them, like some people that I know.
Ouch.
And I don't think that we need it, and even if you want it, like, that's just, so what? Like, you're putting people in danger, and even if you're not going to personally do anything, the fact that these kinds of guns are on the streets, that these kinds of guns are in the hands of people that might do harm, we shouldn't let that be a thing.
Are there any policies right now that you see being proposed by people pertaining to gun control that you would, I guess, call yourself a supporter of?
I'm in support for more regulation in areas, in high metropolitan areas.
Okay. What kind of regulation?
So definitely a background check, certification of safety training.
While I do think that a lot of gun control legislation and left-wing politicians who are advocating for gun control, I don't think that gun control itself necessarily is going to be that effective. I do at least appreciate left-wing politicians advocating for gun control because at least they're trying to do something to help the mass shooting epidemic that we have in America. Versus right-wing politicians, they might say things like video games, or even Trump has said mental health, but he's not really done anything to help. I mean, even when he blames video games, he's not even doing anything to stop video games if they are the cause, and he's only defunded things like Medicaid, so it's making it harder for people to get access to mental health care.
Are there any guns that you think that people shouldn't be able to own?
Let's start with LMGs. I think that might be a little unnecessary.
I don't know, Dan. Shall not be infringed seems clear to me.
Militias, John.
We can have that discussion. So I'm going to put some guns in front of you, and you just tell me what you think. Those are semi-automatic handguns. You can pick it up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They're not, are they loaded right now? Or
No.
anything, or? No. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty fine, stuff like this is...
Smith & Wesson, yeah.
Solid little piece there.
Yeah, very easily concealable. I'm guessing this is high power. Yeah, I think handguns are a go.
Handguns are a go from Dan.
Handguns are a go from Dan.
Okay.
Semi-automatic handguns, yeah, absolutely. Automatics, not too sure about that.
All right, do you want me to
You may.
All right.
Don't be afraid.
Thanks, words of wisdom. I mean,
That's a semi-automatic handgun.
all right.
Glock 23.
I don't know what I would ever do with this.
You would defend yourself.
Well, that's smaller. Is it less heavy?
It is indeed less heavy. It's also a different caliber. That's the one in your right hand, that's a 9mm, and the one in your left is 40 caliber.
Explain what that means.
So the one in your right hand goes
Yes.
boom, and then the one in your left hand goes boom, but more.
Okay, so maybe this one, I guess these are okay, as long as it's used as protection more than anything else.
I do want to note that the majority of mass shootings in this country are committed with handguns.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's not too sick.
But I think that this is the perfect kind of thing that people might own for self-defense or whatever.
Your thoughts?
I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm not gonna lie to you, John. This is also unnecessary. And
But it's cool.
I mean, I guess, but a lot more bad things happen because you have a gun than when you don't have a gun.
This looks like an MP40.
It's a Tech 9.
Okay, Tech 9. I think I saw this in Sons of Anarchy.
How much ammo can this have in the
33.
33? I mean,
A little bit of context, you might get 3 out before it jams. Just because it's all stamped, but...
yeah. You mean, is this specific gun in general?
Yeah,
does
they're
it jam
terrible.
a lot?
They're terrible.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, no one's going to use this for... I don't picture anyone using this for self-defense, at least, in my opinion.
Nah, I don't think so.
Give it a...
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, see? Look at that. Look at that smile.
Yeah, no, see,
That's
this...
masculine energy.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not masculine. I have no masculine energy. See, this is badass. If you own this, you're a fucking shit, alright?
He can say it because he likes boys. Bo, riddle me this. the vast majority of murders in this country are committed by men. How can you then be attracted to men? You say, oh, it's the guns that kill people. It's the men, yet you want to sleep with them. I'm perplexed.
I fucking hate men. I hate white people. Can I complain about white people for a second? I hate white people.
So this is definitely easier to kill someone with.
You could say that.
Okay. It is a 12 gauge.
Oh, that's a heavy boy. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool, but I just...
It's just a
No.
shotgun.
Okay. So?
Just a harmless shotgun.
Just a harmless thing you can use to
Yeah.
kill people.
Well, all of them, yeah.
Well, I know, but...
You could use anything. I use a brick to kill somebody. Yes.
Okay.
That is the most controversial weapon in the country right now.
It's controversial because I've seen the damage it does. I've seen x-rays of bones shattered, like fiberglass done with these, as opposed to these. It's just simple exit wounds, simple puncture, whatever, compared to this, which it looks like... It looks devastating when you see the aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, if I was on the other end of this, I'd be myself because this weapon terrifies me.
If you own this, you're a fucking communist. Fortunately, I'm a fucking communist, so I love this thing. I probably look like really nerdy, like pointing that at the camera too.
Now, how do you feel about the TAC AK?
TAC AK. So what's
You got the bipod
Yeah.
/ foregrip. You got a little optic on there.
Yeah, I can't remember if I'm right eye or left eye. But yeah, I mean, this is also something. I mean, a lot of people are gonna say that this looks scary.
Oh, that's so heavy. Why would anybody want to carry this? This is not good. It's really heavy, and that's actual blood, isn't it? That is
Yeah,
the
some
blood
Romanians-
of a person.
Some Romanian got stabbed with it.
Do you know this Romanian?
I don't. No.
I feel like you should do some research and figure out what the name is of the Romanian.
Yeah, you know,
23andMe on.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
23andMe with a cotton swab and we'll just
Exactly.
do a little swab and we'll figure it
Thank
out.
you. Let me know the results.
So, how do you feel about people owning that?
If they're in the military and are actually fighting to keep national security, then if you like this one, sure, go ahead. But to have this in an empty house, I don't think that that's such a great choice.
It was defined as an assault weapon because of features like the pistol grip,
Okay.
the collapsing or telescoping stock. It had to have 2 or more, and so that has 2. So that technically is an assault weapon.
Yeah.
By the criteria of the Democrats.
Yeah. No, I mean, things like this. I do think, you know, gun owners cringe when people say assault-style weapons, but it's like, you know what we're talking about. You know, most people don't know that much about guns, which I do think that is kind of fair. But at the same time, you know, assault-style weapon is something that just kind of looks like this. You know, a lot of people, like myself, don't know that much about guns. I like to think that I know a little bit more than my parents or whatever.
And I think you lit me up with an airsoft version of this.
No, that was Christian. We were playing Texans versus Mexicans.
Oh no, he lit you up.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this.
yeah. And I was running into the base, and he just and it like lit up my back.
Yeah.
And then I played doctor with your mom.
Okay.
And then he set the picture as his phone background of my like scarred and gored back.
And it's like, why do you want 4? It's not even, people are like, why do you need guns? Even I remember I asked you, so why do you need this gun? You were like, my gun deeds capped out 2 guns ago. That's the funniest response I ever heard. And obviously it's not about need, it's about want. But it's like, why do you want this? You're wasting so much money. Just buy Call of Duty and get indoctrinated to be a serial killer by playing violent video games or something, like the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, this just looks kind of scary. This looks like it should just be in the hands of the military. Like, if I saw somebody walking down the street with this on their arm, like, I would run. This is a scary
What's
thing.
scary about it?
Well,
Is it because it's black?
yes. No. It's like, it's big, it's heavy, it's got all these little things that make precision, like, more precise.
That is the
Yeah.
function.
Yeah, and it's just like I've said like 3 times by now, it's unnecessary. It's just the purpose of owning one of these is to hurt people, and I don't like that.
Well, you're gonna go shoot that today.
are we shooting these actual guns?
Yeah. What did you think I said?
I don't know. I was like, oh, maybe we're gonna like go shoot a little, like one of these little things, and then.
No, we're the AR. Yeah, easily the AR. All right, you excited? Let's go.
All right.
Let's go, team.
I felt the heat.
Is it scary?
It was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
So you shot some
We
guns.
shot some guns.
What was your overall impression?
Well, I did not expect to be shooting an AK-47 today.
Yeah, Dan over here shot an AK, an AR, and a Glock today.
Yeah.
So, big day.
Big day, indeed. My hair kept getting in the way for the AR, so that made it a little difficult.
Did you have a good time shooting guns?
Not so much. I think part of it was also that I'm kind of weak and I didn't know
Whoa.
the extent.
You are just as strong as any man.
Oh yeah, because that's how biology works.
Just identify as a man before you go shoot a gun. Stupid woman.
That was a lot of fun, definitely. Oh, I never shot a Tech 9 before either. Although, to be honest, the Tech 9's kind of gay. Like, I'm not even...
How is a weapon sexualized?
The Tech 9 just hasn't... Like, it feels like it's the weapon that's bullied by all the other guns.
Was it scary?
It was I was a little freaked out.
Because it made a big noise?
It did make a big noise. I walked in, because I've never been to a shooting range or anything before. I was walking in through the hallway and I like heard the gunshots and I was like, oh, that's not too bad. And then the door opened and it was like, it was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. But,
Do you know why?
well, because it's like a little explosion when you try to shoot the gun.
That is what's happening.
Yeah.
It explodes.
It does explode.
Has your perspective changed at all on guns or gun control or anything?
No, gun owners. Honestly, like that's how I came in, and that's how I'm gonna come out. Honestly, I mean the people at the range were nice, but it's just like if you own guns, you're just kind of a little cringe. It's so expensive too. Like, who has money for this? You could just spend your money like investing in stocks.
What about investing in your safety?
John, you have like 7 firearms. You have.
I am 7 times safer. How'd you like shooting the handgun?
It was the least scary of them all because it was kind of small and I didn't have to be like braced in order to actually shoot the gun.
Yeah.
But I don't know, as long as it's for protection, and I feel like everybody has a right to protect themselves using firearms, so.
But today was my first time shooting an actual handgun or what do you call it? A civilian defense rifle. So I actually had a good time. Nailed up some targets. John blew the clips off of one of the targets and it was just hanging by a thread.
Yeah, but I also was the most accurate at 20 feet with a handgun. So.
Okay. All right. Well, it was nice. Yeah. It was a nice experience that I've never shot at an indoor range before, so.
But for real, if you own guns, that's fine, whatever. I just hate, if you're a gunner, I hate the delusion that you're gonna stop the government from taking your guns. If Obama really wanted to take your guns, then he would just drone strike your house into oblivion. You wouldn't be able to do jack.
You mean President Obama?
President Obama, my president.
He's still president?
He's still president.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I don't think that maybe the gun is the problem. I think it's the number of bullets, that like number of rounds you can have, that could like significantly impact like, because I can see why using these are fun, but if you have like 200 rounds, like that is meant to murder lots of people. So maybe we should focus a little more on that. What?
I don't know. I kind of like having ammo stocked. Like, we didn't even have to stop or buy any or anything. We were just ready to go.
To have like 200 gun or be able to go right there. Like, that's...
So convenient. You actually, a bit of a connoisseur, if you will, in your own respect with different weapons. And I've got a surprise for you.
Oh? You have another gun for me?
I'll be
Want me to
back.
hold?
No, even better.
Okay. Oh my god.
It's been like, what, 4 years?
These are the ones?
Yep.
Dude, I thought they were blue. It's been so long. Okay, so we went on a trip to New York City. And after dinner one of the nights where we were downtown, John's dad was our chaperone, and he said, all right, you guys can go around for a little bit now, don't do anything stupid. I proceeded to buy some nunchucks.
Yeah, we were leaving a
For $10.
restaurant in Chinatown. We had like maybe 5 minutes between people leaving the restaurant and people like getting on the bus, and so Dan runs into some like hole in the wall shop and buys nunchucks and starts beating Carson with them. And they just instantly confiscated, and they didn't see him until now. So that trip was...
See, every single time I'd see my dad, like John's dad, I'd say, hey, do you still have my nunchucks? You know where they are? He'd say, oh, I totally threw them out, or something like that. But this is a happy day indeed. Thank you, John.
Yeah, so Dan shot the AR, Dan shot the AK, Dan shot the Glock, and Dan got his nunchucks.
Got my nunchucks back.
I mean, could you ask for anything else?
I think...
I don't know.
Dan made, honestly. Just keep nunchucks legal, alright?
True. Right to keep and bear nunchucks. Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed.